Hello to all my friends here. Now we will have an important interview with an actress, with a woman in business. She's very talented. She has been doing many things. So her name is Dawna Lee Heising. How are you, Dawna?
Oh, I'm great. I'm glad that we finally got together. I'm
Yeah,
excited
it's
to be doing
awesome.
this.
So what you have to say to these people in Latin America that see you and have seen some of your movies, interviews, videos?
Well, I'd like to say hello, and I'd like to thank you for watching, watching my projects, watching the things that I do. Um, the last 2 years, I've really made an effort to do good projects. So I'm hoping in the coming year that I'll have even better films to show you, and then maybe I can talk to you again next year.
Yeah, sure, sure. There's a question that many people have make me and to send to you. It says, "How you do to have a perfect body?" I think it's at the gym. I don't know.
Thank you. Um, well, I have to work out every day. And I do a bunch of different things. I'm a pole dancer. I've been taking pole dancing for 7 years. And that's what, actually, I've been taking ballet my whole life. So I'm a dancer. But I started taking pole dancing 7 years ago. And that is really hard. I did it for films because I pole danced in a few films, but it takes a lot of arm strength. And recently, like well, I've been taking kickboxing for 5 years too. But
Kickboxing?
kickboxing, yeah, kickboxing classes, not heavy duty
Awesome.
kickboxing, but kickboxing
Okay.
classes where you kick a bag, you don't kick people. so so I mean, I exercise a lot, so I try all these different classes. But 2 years ago, I wanted to get into action films, so I started taking Tang Sudo martial arts, and so I've been learning martial arts, and I've been in a class with a bunch of black belts, and I'm the only white belt. So it's been, I've had to learn really fast. And it's been great because last year I did a film called Nemesis 5, and I had a fight scene in it. So I'm continuing to take martial arts, but one thing that I really enjoy doing is uh, going to classes to work out, because it's hard to make yourself do it every day. So I found this body pump class, and there's all these women in it, and they raise barbells,
Yes.
and it's free weights. And I've noticed that, I can start to see some definition in my arm. So that's really exciting, and I love it. It's really hard, but we do it for an hour. And, it's a bunch of women, so nobody cares what you look like. So those classes are really good. And then I have a squat machine, and then I have a machine where you can do pull-ups, and I have my husband got me a total gym for Christmas.
Your house?
Yeah, so I mean, I've got exercise machines all over, so I have no excuse to not work out. But the total gym is great. I don't know if you've seen it on infomercials, but Chuck Norris and Christy Brinkley, um, they're the ones that do those infomercials. So anyway, I have all these machines in my house. So I do some form of exercise every day.
Yeah, I can imagine having your machines in the kitchen, in your room,
Okay.
on the stairs.
Well, I've got like machines in practically every room. So,
Oh, okay. It's right. I'm right.
yeah. And then I also have
Okay.
a pole in my house for pole dancing.
A pole?
I have a pole
Really?
in the other room. This, I was explaining to Daniel, right now I'm using my Mac because it's got a speaker in it. So my husband my husband would be so mad if he knew that I was doing this interview in this room, because this is our spare room and we keep stuff from Christmas here. So I think you can see like the boxes in the background. And this.
No, no. The only thing I can see is the window, the wall,
Okay, well,
and
there's a bookcase right here, and I've never done this before. If I had known what it looks like, I would have put in. Well, I would have brought in a lamp. I mean, I don't have professional lighting, but I would have brought in more light. But I mean, I'm just happy to finally be doing this.
it's awesome. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Another question is, what are your hobbies and talents?
Well, my hobby really is exercising, because I do have to exercise every morning. So I didn't go this morning because the new year wiped me out, but normally there's a body pump class every other day. And then, I used my total gym and I used my squat machine, and then I have a pole, dancing pole in my house. So, I can really just decide what I want to do in the morning and then work out in my house, or else I can go to a class. So that takes up my mornings usually. Um, my other hobbies, I wouldn't really call it a hobby anymore, but because I'm a full-time actress. But I do take acting classes. I take acting classes at South Coast Repertory, and it's one of the biggest theaters on the West Coast. So that takes a lot of time. It's very time intensive because you have to learn scripts. You have to study with your partner outside, and then I do films. And so I spend the rest of my time learning scripts. And then I babysit a lot. I have a big family and a very close family. I have 2 daughters.
Awesome. 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 So we are talking about you're an actress and you do movies, and how much time you will continue doing movies? How much time?
Um, well, the next year I have I have about 5 films so far, and I plan on getting
5 films?
Yeah, so the next year is going to be busy, and I'm still taking martial arts because I want to do action films. Um, I just, my angel here is Dustin Ferguson. He's a filmmaker, and he's writing a film for me called Robo Woman, where it's kind of like RoboCop. I get attacked.
Oh. Yeah, that's the other one. This is the new project you have right now, right?
Well, RoboCop, we did a remake of it in this group, but the film that I'm doing is called Robo Woman, and these guys attack me and they leave me for dead. So then I become a cyborg. They put in new parts, and I go and I kill them all. So it's an action film. It's the type of film that I've always wanted to do, and I'd like to thank Dustin Ferguson for everything he's done for me. He's writing this film for me, so I'm starting out the year with a lead in a film, which is one of my goals. I want to do more leads this year. I want to do more action films. I want to work with this legendary filmmaker named Albert Payun in Las Vegas, and he's got a film coming up. And then I'm going to be playing an assassin with J.J. Stomp in a film called Asian Assassin. And then next, well, we're doing Robo Woman in January and the beginning of February. And then in February, I'm playing a Mexican mother who it's a horror film, and I get attacked by demons. So I'm going to be wearing a black wig in that film.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm going to
Yeah.
be playing a Spanish person. So I get to do
Yeah.
a lot of different characters, so I'm really excited about that.
So you tell me you have five movies for 2019, right?
2018 for this year.
So this year.
This year, I plan on going full tilt. I want to do as many films as possible, and the next year after that, and then we'll see. You know, it's as long as I can keep working out and you know look the same, and I mean, I am always on a diet. You know, so as long as I can keep my weight down and look the same, I plan on staying in show business for at least the next few years because I love it. I love acting. I've studied acting my whole life. I mean, it's what I do and it's what I love.
Okay. Maybe we have the robot woman here in Latin America.
I hope so. Well, it's coming out on DVD. So when it comes out, well, I'll send you a link to it because Dustin's a go-getter. He's young like you, but he's done 50 films. He has a deal with Wild Eye Releasing. The film that I'm doing where I play the Mexican mother, that's going to be through Wild Eye Releasing, and it's called Purge. I think Purge, Attack of the Demons or something like that. But I know it's called Purge. Robo Woman, he'll get it streamed somewhere, so I'll send you a link to it. I want it to be great.
You will be great, trust me.
Thank you. Well, it's the fight scenes are new to me. I've done 2 so far, but there will be a lot of fight scenes in this one. Luckily, I know a lot of stuntmen through my own show. I have a show called Ion Entertainment. So I've interviewed a lot of stuntmen, and I'm asking them to help me with Robo Woman. And then also we have a great stunt coordinator named Sean Vitek, and he choreographed Nemesis 5. I have a fight scene in there too, and when it comes out, I'll send you a link. I have a small role in it. I'm not the star, but it's my my second fight scene.
Yeah, maybe we see you fighting more in other movies.
Well, Robo Woman, not so much in Purge. In Purge, I get attacked. So I don't know if I fight back or not. But I know Robo Woman will have fight scenes. I know Albert Pyun's film, I think it's called Badass Angels. There will be fight scenes in that. So I am excited about that. I play an assassin in Asian Assassin, so I imagine I'll have fight scenes.
Wow. So maybe we have your movies here, but the other question is, have you heard something of Latin America, or some friends, something like that?
Well, I know you. I mean, I told you I checked up on Honduras, and I know it's bordered by the Caribbean Ocean, and it's in Central America, so it must be a beautiful country. You told me that it's #1 in coffee. So, yeah, I know you. I have lots of friends in Mexico, because it's close to the United States. I was born here in the United States, so I'm American. My nationality is Chinese, Japanese, and American Indian. But I was born here in America, so I do know a lot of people from Mexico. I live in California. My daughter dated someone from Peru. So.
Oh, okay. So you know another one from South America.
Yeah. Yeah. He was beautiful. His name was Walter. Okay, but he's not around anymore. He's in New York.
Okay. Okay, the last question is, many people have asked me if you have a religion, something like that. You know,
Oh, I have I I have two daughters. Is that what you asked me?
no, if you have a certain religion, you
Oh,
know.
religion. Yes, I'm Roman Catholic.
Yeah. Oh, Roman Catholic.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Which a lot of people in Mexico are, and I think in South America too.
Yes,
I
yes,
think it's
sure.
the primary religion, right?
Where in? Yeah, Mexico. Yeah.
And, yeah, and also in South America. I think like in
Kind of.
Argentina and Brazil.
Uh, More or less. Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was raised Roman Catholic. I went to a Catholic school. So I've done films with Ron Jeremy, but I've never done nudity or anything like that. I do films my kids can see.
Yeah, I know.
Ron Jeremy's
So
funny. I mean, he's really funny. If you saw that dance sequence, he made up that he's he's singing a song and he made it up. And the first film that I did with him, actually, this was 7 years ago, but the film just came out. And God, I wish I could remember the name of it because it's on DVD. But it was with Ron Jeremy. He was the star in it. It was, I think they renamed it something Hero. I'll have to email you, because I can't remember the name. But it stars Ron Jeremy, and I played Lady Goldfist in it.
okay, awesome. So we are getting to the end. I'm sorry. Do you have a last words for all these people
Um,
who will see this video?
Well, I'm so glad to finally meet you in person. I mean, you're a wonderful poet. And I mean, I am in such awe that you are. I'm a big believer in education. So I am very, I'm in awe of your being an architect because there's always going to be a need for that. Um, And I used to be a vice president of marketing in technology. I have a bachelor's in business administration and I have an MBA. So I was in the business world for a long time. I started out in show business and then I went and got my MBA and I was in business. But the last 7 or 8 years, I've been back in show business. I love acting, but I think it's really important for for young people to get an education so that you always have you always have a means.
Spaces, yeah. You will have more doors, open doors,
Yes,
spaces, and
yes.
you.
Even in show business, you can't come to Hollywood and think that you're going to be a star. You have to, I believe, you have to get a bachelor's in theater arts or film or whatever. And I think you have to be educated. I think you need to know what you're doing, and you can't just have talent anymore. There are too many people who are trying to do the same thing you are. So if you back it up with a good education, you're giving yourself a head start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
awesome.
So
So
thank you
thank you
for
for
having this
having this
interview with
interview with
me,
me.
and we'll
We'll
see
see.
next time if we have an interview to see what is your next movie, your next project, if you have another machine in your room or something like that.
Yeah, you know what? I'll send you links to my films when they come out, or I'll send you information. I mean, we talk all the time on Facebook. It's so nice to finally talk to you in person. And you never told me you were an architect. I mean, that I am very happy for you. That's great.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we will enjoy the next time talking with you with projects because personally, I'm so happy to talk with you because you have much energy, motivating person. you're so sweet. You do this,
Oh,
that.
thank you.
Oh,
Well, now that you showed me how to use Google Hangouts, we can do it like, like, well, I don't know, maybe like once every season. No, I really do plan on doing a lot of films this year.
yeah.
I am excited about doing Robo Woman, and that's from Dustin Ferguson. I'm excited about doing Badass Angels with Albert Cayenne. I'm excited about doing, I don't know when we're filming Asian Assassin, but I'm excited about doing that with JJ Stomp. I'm excited about doing Purge with Dustin Ferguson. I have to do another audition tomorrow for another film in Ohio. So, obviously I can't announce it because I don't know if I have it.
Yeah, we'll see when you have it and you announce
Yeah,
it.
wish me
It will
luck.
be great.
Okay. So I do.
Yeah.
I am going to keep busy. And then I'm starting an acting class with Matthew Arkin on January 23rd. And he's Alan Arkin's son. Alan Arkin is like a big time actor here in America. So it's his
Oh,
son. And I'm starting a class with his son at South Coast Repertory. So that's going to take a lot of time.
okay. So thank you for this time, and we'll see you on next time.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Daniel.
bye.